Welcome back, guys. It's Crypto Rocco here, and in today's video we're going to talk about Litecoin futures, guys. So our UK exchange is launching Litecoin futures. We're going to talk about how that's going to affect the crypto Litecoin price. We're going to look at some interesting articles and interesting the historical charts to make our prediction on how it can affect Litecoin price in the future. So watch this video till the end to find out. Also, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please scroll down and subscribe to my channel. I do price prediction, technical analysis, and insights like this to maybe help you make some money in the crazy world of cryptocurrency money. Also, guys, I'll be doing shorter videos now, so you can get all the juicy information in 5, 6, 7 minutes, and definitely less than 10 minutes. And also, guys, I do half a Litecoin giveaway, so if you want to win half a Litecoin, scroll down, subscribe to my channel, and comment your Litecoin address to win half a Litecoin. So thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. So without further ado, let's get into this video, guys. Most of the media bases have covered this news because it is a big news. Investopedias have covered it, and they talk about that this is going to help with Litecoin's exposure and will also help boost liquidity for Litecoin. Charlie Lee is the founder of Litecoin. He's welcomed this news, saying this makes it easier for people to get in and out of Litecoin. Also, the CEO of the crypto facilities has talked about that we believe our Litecoin dollar futures contracts will increase price transparency, liquidity, and efficiency in cryptocurrency market. And it talks about the strong demand for Litecoin contracts. It shows that people want to buy Litecoin, and this is good news and good exposure for Litecoin. This is another article that covers it, and the key point that I wanted to make was SEC came out and said Bitcoin and Ethereum should not be considered as security, and Litecoin is very similar to Bitcoin, so you can also say that Litecoin has regulatory certainty, and because of that, people are offering Litecoin futures. This is another article, Cointelegraph. They're also talking about this news that's come out, and one thing that I'd like to talk about in this article is that Tom Lee previously said that Bitcoin's gut-wrenching price weakness and significant volatility to timing of this futures contract expiration. So could that happen for Litecoin again, guys? It could happen, and although you might think liquidity will help with the crazy price fluctuations, but people are talking about shorting Litecoin. It's easier to short Litecoin, and people are talking about shorting, like people who short Litecoin and crash their Litecoin price. This is another article I'd highly recommend you read. It talks about price manipulation and using tether and maximizing short-term returns on future contracts, guys. So this is, could this happen for Litecoin again? This is not a good news, but it could potentially happen for Litecoin as well. So this isn't an article I wanted to share. This is an older article, but it will give you some insights into what could happen and what people were thinking when Bitcoin futures was launched. It is no secret, long-term hodlers in crypto space, that Bitcoin's final boss is Wall Street and legal banking systems. This is a battle that has been long-term coming. Investment space is both terrified and incredibly excited to see how things will shake out. Some people believe Wall Street's only goal is to short Bitcoin and watch their rivals go up in flame, but I believe differently. So we know what happened, guys. Even with the announcements, guys, you can see the crazy price increases when it was announced. Litecoin, there's not crazy price increases because we're in a downward trend and Bitcoin is still king. So if Bitcoin is in a downward trend, we're not going to see crazy breakout. If we were in a bull run, I think this news would have given Litecoin a push, but as we're in a bear market, guys, it's not seeing as much increase from this news, guys. But these guys predicted that Wall Street will get massive FOMO and start investing in Bitcoin, because they said they'll short it initially, but the price will go up and Wall Street will FOMO. But again, how wrong was he? And the hodlers are not suffering, but Bitcoin have crashed massively. But this guy got it horribly wrong. These guys were saying Wall Street would lose, guys. Wall Street are very clever. They don't lose, guys. People that follow crazy YouTubers invest their crazy money are the people that lose money usually. So one thing to keep in mind is, guys, this mainly affects short-term players and will be at a disadvantage because, you know, investment in the future contracts, it doesn't really affect long-term hodlers as much. So keep that in mind, guys. So long-term views, if you guys see the crazy increases, it happened not initially. There's been a dip, but there's long-term, guys, it went up and it crashed, similar to Bitcoin, but it's different. I didn't really see that much similarities, and the key message to give you guys is that Although this might have an effect longer term, guys, usually there's other news in the crypto space will have more impact. Like the gold futures, although had a small impact, guys, it had very little impact on gold prices compared to other international and geopolitical events. So it's the same for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The key impact will be what's going on in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market, and not so much with the futures market for Litecoin. So gold market, it just shows it went up. Initially there wasn't an increase, but as you can see, guys, after it was announced, longer term there was a massive spike for silver. You'll see the same for platinum, that it didn't really go up as much, but it went up massively, and there was a crash later on. Now back to Bitcoin. So long term view, historically for gold, silver, platinum, we see adding futures short asset had little or barely much impact on the price compared to political and international, what we've just talked about before. And there was a run up to gold, followed by a dip in prices for about 2 years. So there was a run up, but there was a dip. So similar to what happened with Bitcoin, but there's not that much similarity. But it is a one small step forward for Bitcoin and one giant leap for cryptocurrency. So it was a positive news. It wasn't as negative news as some people are talking about. So I'll finish off with this article, guys. So did the futures market affect Bitcoin negatively and the entire crypto industry? So it was extreme volatility when it happened. The price peaked around 19,000 to 6,000, and the price kind of went up rapidly to 19,000 and 24,000 initially, and then it dropped to 6,000, guys, and currently the price is about 7,000. And they were, when it came out, people were saying it's a very important step in history and will regulate the market and Bitcoin won't be as wild, but we turned out to be wrong. So this extra market investors failed to acknowledge that prior to futures market, the global crypto market wasn't as liquid, and when it's not liquid, it's easier to have more crazy fluctuations. Now, guys, there's a lot more volume, but still we're not really seeing crazy increases in price. So the main reason for not having much price increases, there's really zero large scale institutional money from the West in crypto right now. That is happening in Japan. So when the Western institutional money comes in, guys, watch out. So that's the important thing. When the institutional money comes in into Bitcoin, and then you could see price improvements for Litecoin. But going back to Litecoin, guys, as long as we're in a bear market, Bitcoin is still king and people are dependent on Bitcoin, we're not going to see as much effect on the Litecoin price. But longer term, it is a positive news for Litecoins. If you're hodling Litecoin, it is good news for you, and the price is quite cheap now. If you're a long-term investor, this might be a good time to buy Litecoin, but although it might go lower, but if you're buying for the long-term view and if you believe in Litecoin, it might be a good time to get into. This is not financial advice. Do your own research, but it's just my opinion. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel and leave your Litecoin addresses below if you want to in half a Litecoin. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like button, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or word of mouth, and I'll see you guys soon with another great video. Thank you very much.